Hi, I'm Emily Martin. I'm Thomas's sister. I'm a treasury analyst for Spoke Incorporated. I've been there for about 2 years, and I'm located at the headquarters office in Springfield, Virginia. We also have another office in Minnesota, Texas, and we have some smaller ones in New York and New Hampshire. And we also have one in Perth, Australia. We also have a lot of people that are remote employees, so they're all over the United States working for us. I report to the corporate secretary and the treasurer of our company. And basically, what I do from a day to day basis is processing payments that come in from our customers. They can submit their payments in a various number of ways, including credit cards, which we send to a third party to process, and then we verify that they're posted correctly. EFTs come in, and we also have physical checks that come in that we also process in our office, and then we have wire payments that come in. My job once we receive those is to look over them, make sure they're valid, and post them in one of our electronic payment systems. So one of the systems is NetSuite, which is an Oracle database, and that is for all of our software customers. So anything that comes in for software, we post into NetSuite. All of our foreign payments are also in NetSuite. We receive payments from Australia, England, and we have some, I think, in the Philippines as well. So we have a lot of foreign payments that come in. And the second electronic payment system is BOSS, which is a DOS based system. So it's a little old school, and that is for all of our wireless customers. So everybody that still uses a pager, which surprisingly people do still use pagers, mostly in hospitals, but we do have some small companies, some like mom and pop shops that use pagers. So we've had customers the whole way back to like 98 that have had a pager since then. So it's still going, but it's not as popular as the software system. Another job that I do is verifying wire transactions. So our we have a lady who is based in South Carolina, and she sets up all of the wires. So she has a template that she already has made, and she just fills in the information of who the wire is going to, how much the wire is, the currency, and what day it should be processed. So sometimes we'll set up wires on the 15th, but it won't get processed until the 30th. So my job is to go into that document, and attached to it has the invoice of what we're paying, and I verify that we're paying the correct amount, the correct currency, that we're wiring it to the right banking information, and the date, because obviously you don't want to pay a bill that's due on the 30th and you're not going to pay it until the 15th of the following month. So I verify that, and once I sign off on that, that goes to final approval, which is to my boss, the corporate secretary and treasurer. And then once she signs off on that, we release it, which means we do it all in Wells Fargo. So once she goes in and signs off on it, we go back in and release the wire payment, and then it would get to the customer. We also have confirmations saying that the wire was sent on this day at this time, just in case it would ever come back to us and they said we didn't pay our bill or whatever. I would say 50% of my job is research. We do a lot of research on various things, but the biggest thing that I work on are credit balances, and that's for software customers and wireless customers. So basically what that is I'll go into a customer, we run a report in NetSuite, and it will give us the credit balance, and it will say how long we've had the balance and how much it is. So we could have a balance from 2008, and I need to figure out why. Is it on there as a mistake, and should it be on a different customer's account? And it just got mixed up because we have a lot of hospitals, but a lot of hospitals have individual hospitals underneath it. So Kaiser, for example, they have a billion different hospitals or medical locations. So did it get posted to the wrong account? Which that's mostly what the reason or the issue is figuring out which account it goes to. Sometimes It will just be that they paid the bill twice and they're going to eat up that credit over the next 8 payments that they have. And if that's the case, that's fine. And then if for some reason it was just made to us incorrectly and it should have been on somebody else completely, or they gave us a payment that they didn't mean to and they didn't catch it, then we would have to issue them a refund. So if that's the case, we have to have all the backup for the refund in order to get it signed off on and then for us to cut them a check. We obviously don't want to have to give customers refunds unless we absolutely have to. So having your backup is the number one thing. And that goes back to even posting payments and processing payments. You always have to have your backup. Save everything, make sure you take screenshots of things, but making sure you have backup for all of that is one of the biggest things. And that's pretty much it, what I do. And as a treasury analyst, I would say that my favorite part is the research, because you kind of just keep digging for it and eventually you find the answer. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do.